Begin by requesting the panelists to introduce themselves, perhaps 20, 25 seconds each. Then I'll start with, once the introductions are done, 2 or 3 minutes of prefacing remarks. Then each panel member will make a four-minute presentation. We are 6, and once that is done, within them, if they have to react to each other's presentations, they can do. That again, I think we'll try to limit it minimal because we have to throw questions open there. And once the panel members react to each other's presentations and comments and theories and views, perhaps 4 or 5 pointed questions from the audience before we go for what they call as power lunch. Okay, fine. Can we start from here, Mr. Soni, please?
Hello. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Soni Anthony. I'm a director with KPMG. Having said that, KPMG is one of the big 4 accounting firms. We primarily do a lot of audits. We also do advisory engagements for our clients. The capacity in which I am here today is we interact with a lot of colleges in recruiting fresh kids into our environment. And the perspective that I would like to provide is what, as KPMG, we look forward to when we are looking at children or kids joining KPMG or joining the corporate world. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Mr. Soni. Dr. Mitra?
My name is Sugata Mitra, and I work at Newcastle University in the United Kingdom. My work is mostly about children's education and technology.
Ms. Sunita?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sunita Fadnis. I work at the Academy for Creative Teaching, a unique teacher training academy. We have worked with promoters to envision and build schools. We have built about 56 schools all over India and abroad. And the core function that we do or we look at is teacher training and empowering teachers to be leaders in schools. Thank you.
Prema?
I'm Prema Muralidhar here. As the Chief Operating Officer of Sadbhavna Group and the Principal of Sadbhavna World School, with a background of over 30 years, 20 years of which in the Sultanate of Oman as an academic auditor, auditing the colleges for quality. Back to India and in God's own country to share expertise, and I would definitely be taking on the cause of teachers here, especially with 2020, because as a teacher, as a kindergarten teacher, 30 years down the lane, as an academic auditor, there's a lot that came in, and I think I will be speaking on behalf of you so that we lift our profiles and say, well done, as teachers, we are really great. So thank you so much.
Terrie?
Yes. My name is Terrie Rust, and I'm the Director of Academics for Kriya Learning. And my background is in STEM education, 21st century skills learning, experiential learning, but I also have a background in teacher training. I have been in India for 2 years with Kriya and have traveled all over India, getting to meet a lot of teachers, a lot of students, seeing a variety of schools, and it's really given me a unique perspective to be able to share a little bit about how my experiences in the United States and India have really kind of molded my perspective of education as a whole.
Naveen?
Hi, I'm Naveen. I was asked to be the contrasting person here, so I work with a small school called Head Start Learning Center in Chennai. I'm its director and managing trustee, but it's a very small school. I have very little experience compared to my co-panelists, so I'm looking to learn as much as most of you here.
Fine. I'll start with my prefacing remarks, and instead of 3 minutes, perhaps I'll cut it down to 2 minutes because we're running short of time. Since morning, we've been discussing about various things to do with future learners, the future of learning, and how world-class schools can be built. And to build world-class schools, what understanding should we have of the requirements of future learners? I'm sure you must have, the more discerning ones among you must have noticed something, some parallels. Some thousands of years ago, this guy Icarus tried flying. And then, some 200 years ago, a couple of brothers made a thing. And here we are talking about chip, neurons, and the rest. And you still have, when we are talking of technology, technology-driven future, you had a 2-minute film on Above and Beyond, where there was still a reference to flying. And in Sonia's last presentation, one of the models that was shown on Dreamin was, again, somebody taking a flight. So you have this remarkable parallels, while from crayons to pencils to writing instruments to soft boards, on one side you're moving technologically, you're on a highway. And parallelly, some of the human aspirations seem to look to a few other things, and a few things have changed and few things have not. On the aspirational level, we continue to look at a few things, and elsewhere changes happen. So I'm not trying to prejudge or say anything here. I'm just trying to make some observations and try to draw parallels. What we have as a panel is a very, very difficult task. You're supposed to, at a situation where we are not even sure what should be taught to the present set of learners, because that's been the criticism since morning. We are now asking a team of people to decide what will be the requirement for future learners. So it's quite a daunting task. It's just going to be an attempt. My take on this would be, what's going to be the future requirement of future learners? Obviously not content, because it's there. We've been talking about content being available there, and anybody and everybody can take it. Okay, if it's not content, is it skills? And what type of skills? Thinking skills, design skills, creative skills, evaluation skills, interpersonal skills, reasoning skills, or skills of empathy, or skills of data processing, or transdisciplinary skills. What type of skills? We also are acutely aware of the fact, when we discuss this, that we are looking at requirements that future learners will need. And when we talk of it, we normally talk about teaching people something so that they can become lifelong learners, teaching them something so that they can lead a happy life. And then the more so-called practical ones will say, teach them something so that they can pick up jobs, though it will be a very, very crude way of defining education. Teach them something in BA, BSc, or BE, whatever it is, so that you can get them jobs. I mean, the most lucrative job today seems to be the terrorist industry. I don't think there are degrees that teach terrorism, but then perhaps politically incorrect statement here, but then you don't know. There are 3-5 years ago, a university in Mumbai had a 3-year course on call management. It's call center management. And they said, look, we produce people so that they get into jobs. So that is taking things to